Hello, I'm going to show you this Chic S Plus i64 XLQB, which is a new vehicle from Carthago. It isn't top of the range, but it's pretty good. Right, okay. This is on Iveco Daily, so it's gross vehicle weight 6.7 tons. This thing is going to weigh 4.8. Oh no, let's say 5. Keep the figures round. Giving 1.7 tons of payload. But even though it says here, if you put all the stuff in it, they've got 1.5 tons of payload. And whatever, it's still far more than one's likely to use. 885.5 centimeters long by 227 by 329. This thing is going to cost 307,140. So that's okay, I'll have two. One for me and one for the dog. Now, Carthago DNA, many of them look very similar here. And we've got the lights up there. There's a bed that comes down. You can have it without the bed if you want. The seating group like this, very luxurious, finish it in leather. The really strong point for me is this double floor, which we'll find down here. Lift this up, and this here is really deep. Might look deep from here, but when we get under the other side, I'll show you how deep it is from there. See, I'm getting old. Right, 40-inch television there, storage all around, kitchen, 3 burners with a unique grate system. We have here, obviously there's a sink, a domestic style tap, storage units around, like the way they come out. And oh, that's locked and that one isn't, so it's a central locking system. I can't remember. Anyway, I said it is, this is it, sorry. There we go, it should open now. There we go, sorry. So the other one hadn't been closed properly. There's the central locking system. On the other side we've got a fridge and that. And up here we've got a grill. Very nice pull-out pantry. Very useful, I think, for keeping bottles in. Has so much space as well. Here we have a step up, and here we have a door which will come across like that. So release this thing here. We have this enormous dressing room here. So let's go to the bed. Sorry, show you the bed. Wardrobes on either side, there's storage above, below we've got the mirror. You can say bed in 2 parts. You can sort of sit up in bed, or one person can sit up in bed and the other not. Next to the bed on the right hand side, on left hand side, we've got these cubby holes, and above them we've got electric points. So admittedly the USBs would probably be better inside the cubby holes themselves. Long slick windows on either side. We've got this decorative curtain and net curtain as well. Coming around here, you can see there's a step up to the bed. Right, television up there, which appears to be 24 inches, and here we've got a door which we can also close, thus taking the television with it, and so the television will end up almost in the middle of the room. Also, if I come in here, sort of closing the door here, am I going to close this one here? No, I'm not, because it's closed and it's locked on that. Still won't move. What I'm doing? Oh, sorry. There we go. And so we can close this up here, and suddenly I've got this dressing room in here. I've got the shower there. It doesn't need a duct board, but it's got one anyway. And it doesn't need a duct board because you're not walking in and out of it. Up here, there's a skylight in the roof. There's me in the mirror, nice big sink, drawers below. Here, it's a wardrobe, and here there is the there's a toilet with Aldi heating in the toilet. Although I'm told I've got to call that a towel rack, so I'm told. And of course I could have locked this up from this here as well. Right, incredibly attractive, I think. Sorry, I'm a bit got a tickly throat, but then again I've been talking for most of the day. I like this sort of a display like this. They got the time and the barometer. I think that's and the temperature. I think that's quite interesting. Up here on the subject of the displays, we've got all this, and we can see what the battery score is with the battery and the engine battery up here, and the habitation battery there. I'm not so keen on things like this. You can turn the lights off, like for this, for example. I'd much rather have switches all over the place. And I think if I press that, no, it doesn't give me the whole lot. But anyway, I can turn the lights off like that. But as when I'm here, I'll leave them on. I prefer these things without all that harassment. You know, just one 12-volt switch is enough for me. There is the storage from the outside. Amazingly large rear garage. 450 kilos will go in there. But as I'm pointing all the good things out, I do want to point this out as well. If your fuse blows, you've got to unscrew this, and I really think that is a bit of hassle. I think you could have waited before I'd finished before turning the lights off. There's the dog's shower. Reversing camera, that's a Dometic one, I think. And so if I come around here, I've got two gas cylinders. Mind you, at this type of money, I think I'd want to have a fixed system where without having to change the cylinders themselves. Right, in here, very deep double floor, which I could have shown you had the lights still been on. And it's got this system here for which comes in and out. So I can't show it. No, you got to unscrew it here. But I remember this when this came onto the market about 7-8 years ago. But it makes getting these things out. A lot of Germans do buy bottles of things from special drinks shops, and they can come in things like that. Door in here. If I open this like that, you'll note that a step comes out, and which makes entry easier. It is relatively high. Actually, it is quite high that to pull yourself in like that. So the step probably will come in handy for many people. Let's close this, and that goes in. Okay, right. I haven't done as much as I'd like to have done on this, but there's time pressure in here, and so I've given you nearly 9 minutes of it, and so that's the best I could do in the circumstances. I've more or less timed that right as well before they closed it, and as I'm saying mainly positive things about it, I think they should have left it open. But don't worry, I've got plenty of negative things from other motorhomes for those who want to hear some negative stuff as well. I'll go over to the Knaus Tabbert Hall before long. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you found it interesting. I'm rather positively disposed towards Carthago, which I think is my favourite company for motorhomes. They don't do motorhomes in the size that I would want, so that's why I don't have one. For other favourites, I really do like the small Frankia, but I drive a Hymer, classic Hymer, when Hymer still made decent motorhomes. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you found it interesting. I upload every day 21:15. All the best from me in Dusseldorf, Germany.